All right, good morning. Today's goal is to have you draw a PEZ similar to this, and we're going to draw this to scale. So we're going to start with a new part studio, and you got to use your calipers and find the dimensions of your PEZ. I did that earlier, and I found that my PEZ dimensions are 15 centimeters by 8 centimeters by 5 centimeters. So I'm going to start with a rectangle in the center, and then I'm going to dimension that, and that will be my 15 centimeters of length with a width of 8. And before I go any further, I'm going to use the fillet tool, and I'm going to fillet these corners and kind of give them a nice curve. And the fillet that we want to give is 1.5. That gives a nice rounded corner, and I'm going to select that to all of them. So as I go around, I have my dimension in there. I can just click. All right. So that gives me the bottom shape. Now I can extrude that, and I'm going to extrude that the thickness of our PEZ, which is 5 centimeters. All right, so after I've extruded it, now we want to put some more fillets on it. These fillets are going to be on all these edges. So I'm going to click my fillet tool, and this fillet is going to be 1 centimeter. And I should be able to just click on the top and click on the bottom, and that gives it a fillet all the way around. Now that I have that done, I'm going to turn off my planes. I don't like seeing those. Now, the next thing I need to do is draw a rectangle. So I'm going to sketch here, and I'm going to depress a rectangle here on the top. So again, I'm going to use my center point rectangle and find the center of my shape. And this one I'm not going to dimension. I'm just going to kind of draw it out to the general dimension and size of the top of the PEZ. And now, after I've drawn that, I'm going to extrude that in, and I'm going to change the direction and extrude that in 0.5. So it's just, oh, what happened here? Remove. There we go. So now I've got like a little depression in there. Now that I've got that extruded, I'm going to use my fillet tool again, and I'm going to put some fillets here around, but those are going to be, that's a pretty deep fillet, so I'm going to make that 0.5. So it's a small little fillet on all these corners. All right, and then now I'm going to add one more fillet to the top corner here. So again, grab my fillet tool, and this again is a 0.5 fillet, and it's just kind of giving it that nice rounded look here on the top. You could do this on the bottom too if you want, but I'm just more worried about the top look of my PEZ. Now I'm also going to change I'm going to do shaded without edges, and that kind of gives you that look of what a real PEZ might look like. Now, I'm not quite done yet. I got one more step to do, and this is a tool that we haven't used in class, but we're going to sketch on this surface, and this time we're going to use this text tool here. So I'm going to change my point of view, look at the top, grab my text tool, and I'm just going to draw the rectangle that I want to put the text into. Now I want to use a capital PEZ. I'm going to make it nice and bold. You can change the font if you want. I think Open Sans looks just fine. But now I click OK, and then it lays it down right in that space. So I'm going to say OK with my sketch, and then my next step is to now extrude up that lettering. So you can see here as I click, that lettering comes all the way up. That's a little too tall for me, so I'm going to change this down to 0.1. You could do anywhere from 0.1, 0.2. It's up to you. But there we go. We've got our shaded PEZ. Now the last thing I want you to do is change the appearance of it. Go to your appearance panel, edit your appearance, and decide kind of what flavor PEZ are you going to do. You're going to do a lemon, something like this, and then go and close it. Once you have that done, I want you to go through and make a technical drawing of your PEZ. And if we click here and look at the drawing of it, you should have your length width and height of your PEZ. You should have kind of your radius of your fillets here. Have your isometric view that's shaded, and add a title block with what you've drawn, who drew it, and the date. So I hope that goes well for you. I'm looking forward to seeing your PEZ drawn up in ONSHAPE. Good luck, everybody.